Hi, my name is Sherry McKeon, and this is Cross Potent, a place where magical people meet. And this is going to be your October 2018 Moon and Sky Farm Report. More or less teaching people how to farm by the moon, which I think we've all forgotten how to farm by the moon. Even though we used to farm by the moon for thousands of years. It only took a few generations of living in concrete and having refrigerators, and we've completely forgotten. So this is how I approach it and how I like to think about it. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the month of October. October starts out with the sun in Libra. Libra right here on the 1st. Libra is very communicative in social settings, so Libra subconsciously knows what the public wants, and this is a very social time when you might hang out with a lot of people and have fun. This third quarter, we got the new moon here. So we're coming up on the third quarter and then into the balsamic here in the Leo phase. But this Cancer, keep in mind this third quarter is going to be a little hard because this Cancer moon is opposite a cluster of Saturn and Pluto and Mars kind of leaving Capricorn into Aquarius. But this moon is opposite a stellium on the other side of the zodiac. So the chopping action of Capricorn, the final cutting of the fruit off the vine, this third quarter in Cancer is probably going to be rather more critical than usual, and you might notice that there's a lot more things coming to a close than normal, especially in your social situations with the sun season in Libra. This Leo is interesting because this is the balsamic final crescent right before Venus goes retrograde. So normally Venus is friendly and more laid back, but this is that dispersing balsamic. So you think of the dispersing of the seeds once the fruit is finally way down here. We started at the new moon, we're coming all the way through the cycle. The seeds are ready to be planted and they're ready to be dispersed out. So this would be, with Leo, think dispersing music, dispersing theater, dispersing goodwill, dispersing that Leo stuff all over the place. And so this is a very nice laid back balsamic moon. With Virgo, think about drying fruit, canning, and anything that requires a little more sophisticated recipes and stuff. Virgo can handle that quite well. Coming up on another thing about the, where's my list here? With the Leo, keep in mind that Leo, when the moon comes into Leo, Leo will form a very nice crisscross in the sky, which forms a perfect cross. So this is got a lot of balanced out energy, but when we come down to Leo here, I'll talk about it. It's right on the third quarter. And it comes around again to make that perfect crisscross in the sky with Uranus and Taurus. And you got Venus and Jupiter and Scorpio opposite Uranus. That's the one side of the cross. And then you got this moon in Leo opposite, the Aquarius Mars and stuff. It's right there on the verge of going in and out of Aquarius, going into, well, it's pretty much in Aquarius now. But there's a stellium of planets over on that side, and this big cross, been in the sky for a while, is sort of working its way through now that Mars is moving on finally So keep in mind that this Leo is cool, but I'll talk more about this one down here. It forms a little bit more of a different aspect when it falls directly on the third quarter. So we're up to the new moon here. This is probably good for fishing at dawn and dusk. Also, this weekend with the Virgo, good time to play games with the kids, like board games and whatnot. This will be a time of probably people want to be a little more quiet at the home doing something rather than out. So it's a good time to get the kids together to play a game or something. This is a surprisingly creative new moon. Libra is very charming and brings a lot of different things together and likes to see it so we've also got the moon conjuncting Mercury and conjuncting Venus in here. So this Scorpio is going to be really strong. That little first crescent right after the new moon, that's going to translate into in Florida, you could be germinating a lot of seeds in this week. Florida has a lot warmer weather and they have a growing season going right now. So the seeds are pretty much need to get in coming up right around this weekend. And this whole week with Scorpio, they're just going to germinate. And when you think of coming up onto the quarter moon here with Sagittarius, you're pluming your leaf in this part of the cycle of the moon. So think of a plume of, like with Sagittarius, literary stuff, or your ideas are going towards like travel, or reading old books about interesting subjects, or some kind of Sagittarius fun activity. That is going to be the pluming of this first phase here. It's definitely, got the fire, and there's a lot of aspects around this Sagittarius. So this is going to magnify the complexity of, already Sagittarius is complex as it is. So then we get more into Capricorn coming up on the quarter, and you're thinking more sentimental. This is a better time to like mend things, mend old quilted blankets or old chairs that you want to mend. This is a good time to start this kind of a project that you might have to work through up till the full moon. Mending fences outside too, although it's getting a little chilly up here in Illinois. This Sagittarius, I have camping. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius camping. Oh, that would be fun for the kids on this weekend. It'll be cool. Probably knock back the mosquitoes a little bit. I would take mosquito repellent anyway, the way the mosquitoes are going now. So this is a quarter moon that's going to be pretty well energized with the moon coming into that stellium that I was telling you about. It's going to be crossing right over the stellium here. So this is magnifying the Aquarius to, you might want to think of your projects might be more electrical projects or wiring, things that the Aquarius rules like that. Maybe check in the mechanical functions of the sprinkler system and whatever systems you have like that. Maybe your outdoor lighting and stuff. We're up to Pisces. Pisces coming up onto the full moon. Now this is this gibbous right here is your blooming part of your phase. Blooming coming up to your full moon where the pollination happens. So a blooming Pisces. This is a great time for journaling. Jelly. I always think of making jelly with Pisces. So this is a time when really nice, you might say a blooming whatever your personality blooms as, like if you're a guitar player or a poet, or if you have some other talent, this is a time when you can show it off and bloom for others and show off your talents. So this would also be a good time to like trade seeds, and since usually Pisces is the end of the, Pisces represents the seed at the very end of the cycle. So you might want to think about organizing your seeds, getting ready for the culmination of this cycle here by taking advantage of it, and organizing and putting labels with dates on your seeds. You might want to, label what color each flower is in each Ziploc bag so your seeds are ready for spring. Let's see. Now we're going to be up here in Aries. We've got Venus retrograde and the Sun going into Scorpio. So the Sun is going into a whole new season onto this full moon in Taurus here. And this full moon is more regenerative. With Taurus, it's about resources, and Scorpio is about regeneration. So there might be a regeneration of your resources in some way. Like I was saying about the seeds, that's your what's going to regenerate in the spring. So I would take advantage of that and do a lot of prep work on getting your compost ready so it's all easy to maintain over the winter, and by spring your compost will be all ready. This is a real good full moon for that sort of thing. Taurus is very earthy. Let's see what else I have on my list here. So we come up on the pollination of the full moon. It's like the figurative pollination of the cycle where things really come together. You really get to clearly see what's going on. The very beginning part of this Gemini is going to be, usually this is the more scorpionic gibbous phase. So that falling on Gemini, it makes Gemini a little more dark and serious maybe than normal. You've got your Sun conjunct Venus, retrograde Venus, and a lot of things going on here. So the full moon is going to really give you a chance to really organize things and get your mind straight. And then you're going to have another kind of peak where these come together over here. So this Gemini is going to not really feel, as loose as it might normally feel. But I would still try to roam and laugh and have a good time, even though the moon is kind of winding itself down. This would be probably a good time to communicate with other relatives, and maybe Geminis like to gather things and have collections of things, so maybe make a collection of recipes on this weekend. Good weekend activity. Sometimes kids like to type it up and print it out on the computer for you. I usually get my grandkids to do that. So that'd be a good thing for this weekend for activities. Let's see what I got on my other list here. Oh, yes. The fruiting of Cancer in Leo. Okay, this is going to be your big T-square. Things are ripe at the third quarter. Ripe. You've seen the clear and you want it done. You got about another week till the new full moon, and it's just things are ripe. So with this big T-square in the sky happening, and this moon forms the last leg of the T-square, be careful of gossiping and bickering and resentments and things just getting kind of stressed out and maxed out, and this is going to be a bit of a stressful third quarter. and with the sun ruling Leo, I put down possibly skin problems because you're coming into a balsamic on the Virgo, which is health. So be careful of getting too much sun, because then you might end up with skin problems with this Virgo weekend, and you don't want to be all sunburned and peeling for the weekend. So watch out for that here towards the end. Let's see what else I got on my other list here. The full hunter moon. I have cleaning and planning, a good time for cleaning and planning and seeing where you're at with that sort of thing. This retrograde and this conjunct, this whole week is a good time for weeding. Weeding your life, weeding your garden, weeding out the junk. Have a garage sale. This is a time to weed. With all this happening with the Scorpio energy, here you've got Venus and the Sun in Scorpio. Great time for that with that Sun energy. Let's see. You've got the Halloween. Oh, Halloween. Interestingly, I have on here about pets. Often pets are involved with Virgo, or sometimes with people's Leo, but often with people's Virgo. Just be careful of your pets. Make sure your pets are set for winter. Okay, that might be another way to wrap up the month on this balsamic Virgo. And I will get into November in my next video, but that is my take on what is going on in this month. And you can like, share, and subscribe for free, and you'll get a little email update every time I post a video. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I really would like to make America garden again, and I really like that catchphrase. So if you like these videos, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks.